Thank you. We do have a quorum, right, Christy? We do have a quorum.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, we do. Approval of last month's meeting. Have you read the minutes? Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes?
Yep. We have, and I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes for December, from the meeting of December 17th.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve those meetings. Is there any more discussion on that? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody's talking. The first thing on the agenda is REZ 94525 APN 10607-062. A request was made by Joby's Convenience Market to rezone AR, that's agriculture residential, to CM, commercial manufacturing, for a water and ice station. The address is southwest corner of Lebanon Loop and Highway 191. Is there
And that's a
anything?
little bit misleading. That's actually the southwest corner of Lebanon Road and Highway 191. Lebanon Loop is further to the west. And it's also a little misleading that Joby's is doing this because their name is still Joby's, but Jeff and Karen Martin are the new owners of this property, and they're the previous owners of Joby's, but they're also the owner of Joby's Inc. or Joby's LLC or whatever. So it sounds weird, but Karen, do you want to come tell us what you want to do? And we'll start there. Does that work for you guys?
We kept our EIN number from Joby's Convenience Market. We had it for 23 years and we sold it in 2020. We kept the EIN number. We are now a DBA of Quality H2O and Ice. The highway is, actual address is 5570 US Highway 191. It's approximately 2.9 acres. We would like to change the residential to commercial so that we can put one of our twice the ice, 24-hour ice and water machines. We do have 4 units right now. One is in Pima, one is in Thatcher, one is in Safford, right across the street here, and we do have one in Clifton. This is a request of our customers who drive all the way from out there to one of our units here in town. They would like us to put one out there so it's more convenient for them. So we bought that property. That property looks like it was already commercial. It has a antique store on it. It has about 37 automobiles on it. He was running some kind of business out of there, but it is zoned residential at this time. We have already are working with ADOT to remove the vehicles. We have a file for abandoned title on all of those vehicles, and that's in process to clean those off already. We are going to clean off what we can out of the building, which is packed full of stuff. It is books and what he considered antiques and rocks and glass and all kinds of things inside the building, and mice and rats. So we're going to clean that up, take that down. We are in the process of working with Morgan at the City of Safford for the water. There is no city water on that lot, but the city water is supposed to be coming down that road. They have received a grant for it. It was going to start August, and then we had a shutdown from the government, which pushed it back. It was going to go in October, but we haven't heard anything as of yet what is going on with that water. It does have a well. We haven't had it tested to see if the ice and water machine can support that water system being cleaned up to use it for ice and water. So we're hoping that we can get the water down so we have good water to process for that. I do have some, I know you can see it up there. There are 3 existing entrances to that lot. There are 2 off of Highway 191, which are on each side of the building. And then there is one off of Lebanon Loop, which is in the back.
Oh, they're not the same then.
To the It's.
Oh, yeah,
Right
maybe.
away.
I was saying.
Okay,
for
one just
the
had like a
three
red stuff.
gas line, and.
Okay.
we use
Oh, they're
that
together.
line
Okay.
For, something else that's going in on that right of way. It's gas and there's something else there. I'm not sure what it is now, off the top of my head, but our ideal plan for the lot would be to, take the first 1 acre off Highway 191, and you can see we changed the little square in the front on the second page, and put the ice and water machine there, and use the entrance in the back off of Lebanon, and put warehouses back there for rental, for businesses. So that is our plan for the 1 acre and 1.9 acre of the designated lot. If you guys have used our units, they are self-contained. We can use a French drain or a city septic system if that's in place. They are very quiet. They don't contain a lot of noise except for the ice maker when it's dropping. That has a lot of noise in it. But if you guys have any questions, if you need anything from us, we have not started a site plan until we get it zone commercial. Because as of right now, we're not planning on putting a residential lot in. So once we get it zone commercial, and we'd like to do that, then we will start on the site plans, work more with Morgan on the water. We will be tearing that building down, removing those cars, cleaning it up. It's a very, very big eyesore for the community. So we're hoping to beautify the community by taking that down. And commercial development out there is happening, so that we feel that's a good place for it.
Questions? A good place for it.
She may not know this, but the previous owner had judgments against them to clean that up, so we are highly in favor of this. We haven't jumped on them, but only because they're proactive. And Jeff told me that the storage units will be something similar to what Layton's are doing by the Thatcher reclamation plant on Ray Lane. That's their, I guess once they see what they can rent out, they'll make a plan, but that's what their original thought was. You guys have any questions for me? Good.
Is there anyone to speak against this or for it? Anybody else here for that? I for one, am very excited because we live out there and we drive all the way in here to get water. And it's not, we're still on well water, but we've got a lot better than we did when we lived over behind Roper's Lake. And so I'm for one, I was really excited when I read it. I don't know about you guys, but is there any other questions you have of Karen?
Well, I'd like to make a motion to send a favorable recommendation to the board on this.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded that we send a favorable recommendation to the Board of Supervisors on this matter. Is there any more discussion? Then hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, it's been moved, and what happens now is the zoning is being sent with a favorable recommendation to the Board of Supervisors. We kind of, look into things, and then the Board of Supervisors then makes the final decision. This is not made here. And so be sure and try to go to that meeting. And I'm not sure when it is. I never get to the last page in
February
time.
2nd at 8 o'clock.
February 2nd at 8 o'clock, and you want to get there early because sometimes they move right through it, and otherwise take something to drink because it might be a little while. Thank you so much. The next item on our agenda for public hearing is REZ 946-25. That's APN 109-21-004, 109-21-005, and 2011. A request was made by Freeport McMoran to rezone from an A, that's general land use, to M, manufacturing. This address is approximately 325 degrees west of AZER, that's Arizona Eastern Railroad, right away, and accordingly 3570 running north and south parallel to the road over those 3 miles. Steve.
I think, Sean, are you first up on this? Whoever is, I think we'll just let them go ahead and tell you what they're doing, and you can,
Now, is that on the right side of the road? I thought it was on the left side.
On the west side.
Okay,
it's
well,
on the southwest side.
okay,
On the
so
road, it's right next to the road.
that looks like it's on the right side.
Well, that's a parcel, that's.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Pull up the parcel that's actually gonna be on.
Right.
That's across the highway.
Fancy. Yeah, because you guys will be using the railroad, right? Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Good morning. My name is Sean Wenham. I work with Freeport McMoran here at the Safford Mine. Appreciate your time this morning. And as Mr. McGoy mentioned, we would like to rezone from the existing classification to manufacturing. Our intent being to construct kind of a modest facility in terms of, you'll get a feel for it as we walk through some of the exhibits we brought. And I know Jason shared some as well, and I'll turn it over. I've also got my colleagues, Walt Bermudez, who's our land and water manager, Jose Brown, who's one of our project managers for engineering and projects, and then Jason Brimhall joining us from Bowman Consulting. But our intent is to develop those 3 sites, at least a portion of them, to bring a railroad siding onto them and to use it for sulfuric acid transloading facility. Facility probably sounds way more ambitious than what it actually is. So what you'll see, and I think if they've got the site exhibits, so you'll see in red the railroad siding that pushes off into the 3 parcels or across them. Immediately parallel to that railroad siding is a paved 2-way driveway, and then there's asphalt in between that driveway and the railroad siding. And this mobile equipment that you can see in the exhibit here, just as simple as it sounds, it literally is mobile equipment that's on a trailer. It can be moved back and forth between the railroad cars and the carrier trucks to transfer sulfuric acid from railroad to the trucks, which then is transported to the Safford Mine. Asphalted between the 2, so you've got a non-porous surface for any cleanup should any spillage occur. But mobile equipment, 2 or 3 of these units, 3 of these units, and a mobile small office facility as well. So it's a pretty modest design. Jose or Bolt, do you want to add anything to that? Or?
You do need to come up.
Thank you. My name is Jose Brown, and as he mentioned, I'm the project manager for this. I'm based in Tucson, and so that's my local address. Yeah, but the facility is intended to be operated mostly during the day shift. We are planning to run about 40 trucks per day, and that would occur during the week. That's the intention. Because of the proximity of the facility to the highway, we are working with ADOT to do some improvements on the highway to ensure that trucks can get out of the facility and in the facility safe. So we are looking at adding 2 lanes right around the entrance to the facility for an acceleration, and obviously a left turning lane into the facility. So a pretty modest setup for the facility. I think that's, if there is any questions, we are open to that. But yeah, that's what we are looking at for the facility.
Yeah, so the acid that you're transferring from the rail cars to the trucks, Where's the final where do the trucks go after this, after they leave this facility? Is it for the Safford mine?
That's correct.
Okay. Where's the acid coming from right now? Is it coming from